Yo, what is up everyone? OJ over here from PlayerEssence, and welcome to my village of Nintendo Switch and gaming news ninjas. Today we've got a bunch of great information for you, so let's go ahead and get right into it. So, the Tomorrow Corporation's games, when it comes to Little Inferno and World of Goo, will have local multiplayer added in as a Nintendo Switch exclusive. So here's what they had to say on their official blog about the news here. So, multiplayer Little Inferno, a Switch exclusive? Yes, the brand new Switch edition is the first and only version of Little Inferno to feature multiplayer. Now you can drag a friend through your personal existential crisis. It's incredibly satisfying to rip things apart and burn it down with a friend. Also perfect for couples. And then he also went on to say, I thought I remember playing World of Goo with a friend a long time ago. Many years and several generations ago, the original Wii version supported playing with more than one Wii controller. We think this is the first version since then to feature multiplayer. So once again, they're adding in some multiplayer, so that's pretty freaking sweet. The other versions of World of Goo, I guess on PC and other platforms, didn't have multiplayer. The Wii version did, so we're actually getting that back with the Nintendo Switch version of World of Goo. So you have both of these games coming out today actually on the Nintendo Switch eShop. That is World of Goo and Little Inferno with the multiplayer added in. They actually stated that they debated adding in multiplayer to Human Resource Machine, but decided against it because I guess it would be too chaotic or whatever the case is. Either way, these games, World of Goo, Little Inferno, look forward to them having added local multiplayer if you're planning on picking those up today on the Nintendo Switch eShop. Alright, and moving on to the next article, the Shovel Knight developers talk about porting the game to Nintendo Switch in addition to what they feel or like about the system. So here's what they had to say to Game Rant in a new interview. Quote, "It was not too bad," said Sean Velasco. "Every platform has its challenges, especially prepping a game for launch. Everyone is figuring it out for the first time, so there are definitely some bumps in the road. But Nintendo was really helpful and accommodating along the way." Shovel Knight Treasure Trove was a launch title for Nintendo Switch, alongside the most recent spin-off campaign release for the game Spectre of Torment. As it stands, the Switch port is the only portable version of the game that boasts multiplayer support, which was omitted from the Nintendo 3DS and the PS Vita iterations. And he also went on to talk about the Nintendo Switch itself. Quote, "It's incredible, awesome to just grab your console and take it on the go with you with no hassle," answered Sean Velasco. When asked about the advantages of Nintendo's new hardware, having two Joy-Cons attached is also really cool. Now you can bring cooperative Shovel Knight wherever you go. Velasco hopes that the capabilities of the Nintendo Switch will allow for the console to reach a wider audience than the predecessor, the Wii U. Maybe the Nintendo Switch will get cool ports of some other games that people missed out on the Wii U, he theorized. Now, Shovel Knight is available on the PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, Wii U, 3DS, PS Vita, PlayStation 3, and PC. I do want to add, though, the Nintendo Switch is also successor to the Nintendo 3DS as well. I know Nintendo doesn't want to talk about it that way, but you can clearly see all of Nintendo's 3DS developers and many developers, indie or not, that put games up on the 3DS are starting to make content on the Nintendo Switch and not bringing that content to Nintendo 3DS. So I don't really like boxing it into just, oh, well, the Wii U was its predecessor and that's it. It's a successor to the 3DS and it's a successor to the Wii U, and at some point Nintendo is just going to drop the 3DS within the next year or so and focus completely 100% on the Nintendo Switch. They're pretty much already doing that with all of their main teams. Yes, the 3DS is getting some games here and there, but all of the main content is coming to the Nintendo Switch more so than anything. So I do feel that people need to just stop kind of doing that, and that's kind of what they did in this interview too, just say, oh, well, just the Wii U. It's also successor to the Nintendo 3DS, which it can have the same success because one of the big things that made Nintendo 3DS successful was the amount of games that it had and the fact that it was portable. Nintendo Switch is completely portable, just like the Nintendo 3DS is. But anyway, moving on to the next article here, we are going to talk about potentially Batman, the Telltale series, coming to the Nintendo Switch because it is listed by European retailers. So it looks like there is a possibility that Batman, the Telltale series, will be coming to Nintendo Switch. Several European retailers have put up a listing for the Nintendo Switch version of the episodic adventure, such as GameBuy, which has a June 30th date attached to it. There's currently no confirmation for this title on the Nintendo Switch at this point, but definitely stay tuned for updates because it does seem like it could come. Batman, the Telltale series, was originally released throughout 2016 and is available on a bunch of different platforms, PS4, Xbox One, PC, blah, blah, blah. I think I have a code for it, and I have not used it at all on PC. I'm pretty sure I have a code for it on PC. Let me know what you guys think about this Batman Telltale series and what you guys just think about all the news in general, and whoever has the nicest or most clever comment that gets the most upvotes, I guess, I will give away that code that I have for Batman the Telltale series if I can find it. Once again, if I can find it, I will give away to that person with the most upvotes. So let me know what you guys think about that series in addition to the rest of this news, and go ahead and click those upvotes to who you think had a great comment. And like I said, I will be emailing or inboxing that person, probably on Twitter, that code. And that will probably be the easiest way that I can distribute that code to you. Alright guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and hit that like button if you did like it. Let me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to PlayerEssence for the latest news, reviews, discussions, and more. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you ninjas for the next video. Peace.